But I just wanted to bring to attention an old Nostradamus movie, which was made in 1981, and basically in the film, there's a few predictions about the Third World War, how it would start and what it would look like, and the kind of things what we could see as a build up to it. The film was made in 1981, and Orson Welles was doing the hosting as such. So basically what I'm going to do now is go to the film clip and show you, and then have your opinions on there after, so you can just put down what you think. I mean, you can see it actually could happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen, I don't want it to happen, but you could clearly see that it could. I mean, America, I've got a Star Wars program now, but they're going to be putting missiles to shoot missiles down if any missiles come into America and stuff like that, and this was made in 1981. Nostradamus apparently predicted it 500 years ago, and it's worth watching. Just something I sort of wanted to bring up for viewers, so they could just think about, is this man Nostradamus, is there any truth in it, basically. I'll just show you the clip. Here we go.
Nostradamus is also said to have written of the American response.
The trumpet shakes with great discord. An agreement broken. Lifting the face to heaven, the bloody mouth will swim in the blood. Overcome, the great nation is uncertain. Shortly before the sun, a battle is engaged.
Nostradamus suggests that New York, with its skyscrapers, its man-made mountains, will be a nuclear target. Nothing, the prophet says, will keep the city from dying.
a hot wind, war. The great city will soon be quite deserted. Not a single one of the inhabitants will remain.
Nostradamus tells us how long the war will last.
The war shall last 27 years. The earth trembles, pushed into the air, then falls again. The herald is sent out to call for surrender. There shall be more grievous wars and battles. Towns, cities, castles, and other buildings shall be burnt, desolated, and destroyed. Married women and widows ravished, sucking children dashed against the walls of towns. So many evils shall be committed that almost the entire world shall be undone and desolate.
Antichrist. 3 times will he be annihilated. 27 years will blood be shed in war. Century 8, quatrain 77. Nostradamus tells us that the war will end 27 years after it begins with the death and the defeat of the Antichrist, and it shall end due to an unexpected alliance. When those of the Arctic Pole shall be united together, there shall be in the East great fear and trembling. Those of the Arctic Pole could mean the Soviet Union, the United States. As we see here, at the Bering Straits, the 2 countries are at their closest point in the Arctic Circle. One day, Nostradamus wrote, the 2 great masters will be friends. Their great powers will be increased. The Eastern ruler will be vanquished.
The sun and the eagle will appear to be victorious. Peace, prosecuted by death, it shall be achieved. In one night, the tree that has been long dead and withered shall grow green again. Here shall begin an age of universal peace, a peace of 1,000 years.
And after a peace for 1,000 years, Nostradamus tells us next to nothing. He does, however, tell us in what year the world will finally come to an end. The year 3797. He wrote about the end of the world in a letter to his infant son. And you know, it's at such times that each of us looks at the long road ahead, contemplating not only our own future, but the future of our children. Not many of us can see the future, but none of us need be Nostradamus or have his gifts for seeing through time to sense that we are at a crossroads, that our immediate future could hold the worst war man will ever know. So we must, each of us in our own way, do something to make sure that that war will never happen. Perhaps if we eat.
Right, that's that. Yeah, right, I just wanted to sort of put that on my YouTube channel. I found it quite interesting. Please put your comments, what you thought. The man in the blue turban in the film could be a Middle Eastern country. Any thoughts, just please leave a comment. Cheers.